Good morning and welcome to another episode of Ian Smithson's Photography. Well, I'm at Burling Gap, just east of Brighton, on the East Sussex coast, with these beautiful chalk cliffs known as the Seven Sisters in the background. And I was here just after sunrise, but there was really no colour due to the heavy sea mist and a bank of cloud in the east. But now, just about an hour after sunrise, the sun's getting up high enough and moving around to the south so that it's starting to light up the cliffs in the background. There's still a lot of sea haze, which adds a bit of atmosphere to it. So I'm going to take a few compositions from here at the cliff top, and then I'm going to move down to the beach to try and get some shots that emphasise the scale and size of these cliffs. From the lookout here, looking out along the cliffs, it's a picturesque view, but you don't really get an idea of scale. So we'll take a few shots down at the beach as well and see what we come up with. Made it down to the beach, and what intrigues me here is these cliffs behind me. I'll just move you over a little bit. The cliffs behind me, the sea, the glow of the sunlit clouds behind those cliffs, and this dark, pebbly, flinty beach, and the waves just washing over that in these little scallops. So I'm going to try and capture a couple of those. We have a couple of people and a dog walking along the beach, but if I take serial shots, I can end up blending those together and just wiping out the people in the shot. So we'll give that a go and see what we come up with. So this one was pretty enough with that bright sunlight peeping around behind the cliffs, but it didn't really give me that awesome dark moody feel with the shade on the cliffs and the dark beach pebbles. So I converted this to black and white, and I changed the format slightly to a 4:3 just to emphasise the foreground a little bit more. And as I was walking back up the beach, that sea mist in the west came in even stronger, so I decided to take another shot from the beach level to replicate the shot that I took from the top of the cliffs earlier on. Beachy Head Lighthouse. Beautiful lighthouse down here. At the moment there's a service boat there dropping workmen off and materials. Obviously there's scaffolding all around the top of the light, so there's maintenance going on. I'm going to wait for the boat to disappear, but I wanted to try and capture this shot to just show the grandeur of this vertical chalk cliff so close to the shore and the lighthouse just offshore. So I'm going to just sit and relax and wait for the boat to disappear, and then take a few more shots and then walk a bit further down the coast and shoot the next lighthouse down further. Beautiful place, beautiful day. I'm still up the top of Beachy Head, but now rather than looking straight down the cliff to the lighthouse, I'm looking along the coast to the west at the lighthouse on the headland over here, the name of which I've forgotten, but I'll put it up here somewhere or down here in the notes. And I'm trying to shoot into the haze, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to put a polarizing filter on, but what I want to do is just get a broad shot of the landscape here with the fence winding its way along the top of the hill towards the headland, and the cliffs in the background may or may not get into the shot, but I just want this patchwork of vegetation here with the green and the yellow and the reds in the foliage and the little village down there as well. So I'll give this a go. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. There may just be too much haze to get anything sensible out of it, but we'll give it a go and then go further down to the lighthouse and see what we can get from closer up. Up the coast about 1 kilometre west now of Beachy Head Lighthouse, and apologies for the glare when I do this to you, but you may be able to see the lighthouse there with that huge cliff in the foreground. I've taken a couple of shots that way. I'm not sure how they'll turn out. It's just a bit too hazy and glary, but maybe moody black and white. Don't know. We'll have a look at that. Capture Bell Tout or Bell Toot, I'm not sure how it's pronounced locally, lighthouse up on the hill here. What I'm interested in is trying to work out the right field of view to capture that white chalky pathway curving up to the lighthouse on that either the bottom right third or the top right third. The sky, as you can see, is completely blue. Other than the sea haze, it's completely blue. There's not a cloud in the sky, which doesn't give me a lot of interest. So I'm not sure I'll use a lot of the sky, but sometimes it can also be useful just to shoot a whole blue sky and put the subject of interest down in the bottom third, just to emphasize that wide open sky. So I'll give it a go here and show you what I get. Back to Burling Gap in the evening. and the light was completely different, so I had to try another shot from the same location as the first shot this morning.